Hello, folks. Welcome to another Rooted Cosmic Soul Insight session in which we're going to ask the sun to give us a message. I'm recording this March 25th, 2025. There's so much happening with the sun right now, just in terms of astrology, in terms of astronomy, and in terms of weather. Where I am, today is day 2 in which spring has been skipped and summer is here. And I've had some really beautiful insights coming up in this time of eclipse and Venus retrograde and Neptunian energy, and had some really beautiful epiphanies while journaling yesterday, and then it continued this morning. And so I'm just super grateful for that. And again, in reciprocity, I am making an offering, a reading for the collective. And so we're gonna ask the sun to give us a story. As usual, I asked for an archangel to sit with us, and it is Sandalphon. And what's really beautiful about that is, look at that, it's sun energy sort of coming up and rising, which is beautiful. Sandalphon is the guardian. Sandalphon brings guidance and protection and helps to keep us grounded and centered. So before we get started, this is another one of those sessions. If you are, you're an herbal witch and you like teas, you understand the power of tea to help one drop in and receive messages, and you haven't made your tea, I would say pause. This is another one of those where I got a message to make tea, and then the ones that I were drawn to were all sun energy teas. So, meaning herbs, flowers, roots that hold and carry with it fire energy, sun energy. And then when I sat down and cleansed our space, and it was after I pulled the Sandalphon card, I got a message to pull out some crystals. So if you're a crystal witch, also have your crystals near to sort of help you with this message. So I got my tea right there. You can see it in the corner. And then we've got some sun-related crystals hanging out with us, giving us its energy as well, their energy as well. So, per usual, I'm gonna open with God's Guardian Goddess card, asking one to let us know who's gonna help the sun or support the sun in telling this story, whose energy is the sun leaning into, because it's always about reciprocity for today's story. Then given that Piscean energy, we are in Aries sun sign, but Piscean energy is really strong right now, still hanging out. Some planets in Pisces. So we're gonna ask the sun to draw off of the shaman's dream oracle. I know that I've been having some massively interesting dreams. Y'all having massively interesting dreams? Interesting. Okay. So when I was sitting and considering the layout, right? I immediately got this idea of sunbursts. So I'm going to lay out the insight cards. cards that are going to help us dig deeper into the self-inquiry around the message that's coming up. Like, let me do it like this, sort of like little sun rays. I don't think this is gonna be too long. I'm gonna do it. I'm getting this message that we need more sun rays. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what this does. See what this does. There's a lot of cards. It's a lot of cards, but you know what? I'll go with the flow. See what happens. Okay, folks. It may look really like a lot and scattered, but actually, now that I've sat in it and I've went through all of the cards, it's actually a really clear message story. And so what we're going to do is these 4 cards, north, south, east, and west, are from the sun. And those are the end. That's sort of like the sun's message in terms of very clear guidance on how to engage this story, if this story is yours. The opening energy here is Dryad. The energy that the sun wants you to lean into in this story is protection, particularly protecting your energy. Dryads are wood nymphs or nature spirits, and they're from Greek mythology. They are particularly prevalent in oak trees. They're super powerful energy healers, and you invoke them when you need cleansing purposes or clearing purposes. So the sun, whether the sun is offering a story that either currently or as you progress along your journey, you may experience your energy being leaked, particularly if you're an empath. And the interesting thing is, remember, Sandalphon is the one who showed up, right? Sandalphon is the guardian, brings guidance and protection and helps us keep grounded and centered, which it's like Sandalphon and Dryad, similar energy that's going on here. So in this moment in time, globally, there's so much happening and so many people are not, there's a lot of people awakening, right? There's a lot of people ascending, and there's a lot of people who are not. There's a lot of people who understand the power of the unseen, the power of energy, and how they themselves and their emotions, whether they share them or not, can affect the room, can affect the spaces they're in, can affect the relationships they're in. And then there's a lot of people who do not understand that and don't know that. Those who know and don't know, understand, don't understand, there's no better than the other. It's just a different experience. It's a different journey in this time. So with the energy of the globe and with the energy of the planet and the planets right now, there's so much coming at us, those of us who do understand, those of us who do identify as empaths. And so the sun is saying now is a really good time to start leaning into an understanding and practices of how to protect your energy, how to stay grounded and centered in these times. If you are one of the ways that the sun is offering this story is like, oh, let me back up. Actually, the other interesting thing when I step back and look at this message is like, there's only one divine masculine card out here. And we haven't even gotten to that. Like the sun is like, no, we're not even gonna step into that yet. The rest of this is being held by the energy of spirit. So messages about understanding higher consciousness, your source guides, messages of love about exploring the state of oneness, right? The embodiment and the presence of divine love. Truth is highly represented today. And those are messages about fostering your North Star and your authentic self. And then also spirit. I did say spirit. Heart, the divine feminine, is represented as well. Right, so she's going to ask us to step into our feelings, our emotions, our intuition, to be flow about it. Like when I first started laying the cards down, right, I didn't want to put these other cards, but I felt, I didn't understand why, but put them down and going with the flow, right? And when I stepped back and really took a moment to understand the offering that's being given, the 4 cards that I added after make sense, right? So one of the ways that you can really step into this idea of learning to or deepening your understanding of your energy and how to protect it is to really step into releasing any identity commitments that you have that no longer serve you. Transmute those false premises about who you are and what you're capable of. So sometimes I think, we've been in this world where a lot of folks think that you have to go to other people to have an energy clearing or to release cords or cleanse your auric fields. And I do think from time to time, it's very helpful to go see a Reiki master. Absolutely. Very helpful to go to acupuncture and get energy flowing. And also there are really beautiful daily practices that you can do that will help you understand how you can take care of yourself. And if you're struggling with that idea that you have all you need to do this, and everything else, everyone else around you is just a plus, there's some work that you can do around transmuting false premised identity commitments. To get there, really step into love. Like this story is about integrating balanced engagements of who your I is, and you want to harmonize that in yin and yang energies, right? So knowing that you are both yin and yang, you are both linear and nonlinear, right? You are both rational and emotional. You are both internal, external. You are, you can be and you can do. And so start moving from that integration. This story is moving from that space of a balanced integration of that harmonization of yin yang energies. As the story asks you, as the sun asks you to really connect with this idea of protecting your energy, the story is like, activate an abundance mindset that you deserve this, that you are worthy of being protected energetically, even in these times when we're being told in every way, shape, and form that we're not worthy, that there's something wrong with us, right? But remember, spirit is like, no, really remember and activate this idea that you are worthy of abundance. You are worthy of protecting yourself and being open to ideas of how the collective can be protected. And again, a way to do that is to really perceive any ways that you're stuck in the duality of people and elements. That's why I think originally the sun is like telling a story about really integrate balanced engagements. Don't get stuck in binary thinking that I can only be linear. This is a linear moment. I gotta do step, or it's flow. Like if you are following our astrology right now, it is a lot about just go with the flow, right? We're in watery times, go with the flow. Yes, and you can go with the flow while having a clear plan, right? Maybe you just don't activate the plan yet, or you put the plan together and then you kind of assess, what would be the best way to step into this. And that's when you would lean into Sandalphon, the guardian. They're there to bring guidance and protection, right? It's going to help you figure out what is the best grounded and centered process to take. So that Dryad energy is the sun is pulling on that Dryad energy because the the story moves into, which really makes sense in this time, understanding power. And what does it mean to really engage this idea of right use of power? And the reason the sun is like, this is a story about protecting your energy, because energy will not only cause fatigue, energy zappers, vampires will not only cause fatigue and cloudiness, it can also cause one to react and step into old behaviors or ways of being, definitions, beliefs, behaviors that are of the construct, that are of the time that the planet and our ancestors and our energies and our soul selves are attempting to move past, are attempting to shift out of. And so this story is about getting yourself together enough to protect your energy, so that as you start understanding how powerful you are, how amazing you are, that all things are possible for you, for your collective, for the planet, you have an understanding of the game being played, and that you are not going to be easily swayed into power over patriarchy, into white supremacy, othering, and distractions, right? Into capitalistic consumerism that further hurts the planet. Sun is offering you two truths, back to back, two truths. Remember to seek clarity and to build bridges in balance, right? So that's going to help you as you're getting all this extra energy in to not, it's interesting, right? It's asking over here, be harmonized, right? Get rid of false premises, false identity premises, which are usually in our society, they're binary. The identity is often based in a binary. You are either or, one thing or the other. There's no spectrum, and you can't be both. This is saying, as you come into yourself, this story is like, as you come into yourself, remember to seek clarity and build bridges and balance. Build bridges between the parts of yourself, build bridges with people that are also protecting their energy. Foster clarity, what's working, what's not working, right? So as you drop into this new world that's about to come to us, I have a feeling that whatever it is that's about to come, for some of us, I think the change might be really subtle. And for some of us, the change is going to be really gross. Not gross as in bad, but gross as in distinct, as really clearly able to see. And it's going to be really important for all of us to have a real understanding of what's working versus what's not working, based from our own eye, right? Based from the work that I've already done within my heart to transmute any identity commitments that don't serve me, of who I was. Nope. I'm going to foster what's working, what's not working with who I am. It's almost, I got this message, it's almost like this protect your energy is talking about like the work that you're doing on your healing journey. And then, as you're flowing into multiple different aspects of your healed selves, you're going to have to step into truth of like, okay, what's working and what's not working from this part, from this path that I'm in right now, that I've integrated balance engagements through an eye that is harmonized yin and yang energies, what's working and what's not working. And it wants you to like, imagine beyond thinking. Multiple truths can exist simultaneously, right? So just remember, foster, imagine that the way that the way that power has been expressed to us, indoctrinated in us, this power over model, that for many of us it's been the only way to success, or to whatever success might deem, or and I just had the word corrupted abundance. I don't know exactly what that means, and that could be my own projection. But I'm going to say it anyway. But it's asking us to really remember, foster, and imagine beyond the old paradigms and step into the truth of where we are on the other side. And in order to do that, really cultivate. Love is asking us to cultivate stability, certainty, and clarity in that authentic self, right? It moves up over here. It's really interesting the way that I did this, right? Because it shoots through the sun. It's like use the sun to integrate balance engagements of your I, burn off all the bullshit, burn off what's not harmonizing your yin and yang energies so that you can cultivate stability, certainty, and clarity in your authentic self, right? And and your self's relationships with people, place, and planet. In order to do that, really, the story is saying you got to really imagine beyond binary thinking, right? Remember, multiple truths can exist simultaneously. It's really beautiful. So yeah, it's an energetic story. I think it's really about someone's on there. This is a story about someone who's on their healing path. You're running through it. You are about to step into, whatever this eclipse energy is moving the story through. The story is about to step into a whole nother realm, a whole nother understanding of that I and that I is in. So the sun is offering that as the story progresses, consider at that point, you've done all this heart-based, love-based, spirit-based, truth-based journey work. Now step into your divine masculine and create conscious choices, right? Claim your I, make you a creation of your own design. You're in the crown games. You're in a different way of understanding power, your power, the power of others, the power of elements, the power of the planet. So from that space, create conscious choices. It's going to be really important in the story to make sure that you're stepping into it's really interesting because pretty sure that's so divine masculine shows up here in the north of the sun, and then directly east of it is the equivalent of the Empress. The divine feminine is showing up with sacred ritual. So it's time for love and creativity. When you step into this new understanding of your authentic self, this beautiful new birthing of the next leg of your journey, make sure that you are fostering that energy, that your understanding of power through sacred ritual. You're taking time for love and creativity to really help to really help bolster you to create that grounded and centered state that Sandalphon is going to help you hold from old energies. Because I don't believe, and this is the message I'm getting now, that the shift that a lot of us are wanting, these timeline shifts, it doesn't necessarily mean you wake up one day and everything is different. I think it is, we keep waking up and it is us who is changing. Some of us, little by little, some of us are going to take leaps and bounds, but it is the individual who changes and continues to step into that and cultivates it with sacred ritual, time for continued love and creativity, which then shifts the collective, then shifts the reality we're in. And that's how things, it's not like the outside world changes and then I change. No, my inside world changes and then my perception and my experience of the outside world starts shifting. Again, as part of that sacred ritual, the story is making an offering that sacred ritual go into the divine feminine and connect with nature to enhance intuitive guidance, which is really beautiful because look, the Dryad is right there. Dryad is the epitome of nature spirits supporting protection, guidance, clarity, cleansing. So connect with trees in particular. I'm getting the message. And that's going to enhance some intuitive guidance that you may seek on your journey. And then the sun closes the story with foster the now. The spirit, the energy of your higher consciousness, your source, your spirit guides really want you to foster the now. Focus on the journey, not the destination. Right? So as we were saying over here, sometimes people think that change looks a certain way, and that if it's not the way that I thought it was going to be, then I haven't reached the point that I want to reach. And that's really a mindset that is focus, another way that your mind is focusing on the destination. Know that this is the journey, and every moment you're in is the moment to focus on and to foster the now, the now, the now. All right, we're going to close with a magical spirit oracle card. Sort of a closing message. What would the sun Dryads, the sun Dryads, the heart space, love space, truth space, spirit space, mind space, and the Empress like to leave us with? That is what all showed up here today. The portal. Are you ready? Adventure, ancestors calling. Ashe. Yep. That's why I think it wants you to protect the story is about protecting energy. Like, get into a habit. Shit is about to shift. You got to get into a habit of protecting your energy and understanding that you are worthy and you are capable of protecting your energy. Because power, our understandings of power plays, power concepts, how power energy is showing up is about to significantly change. And you're about to be given a portal to run through. Awesome. Flow through, run through, walk through, roll through. Let's see. This has got a lot of information with it. Okay. A portal. Adventure, ancestors calling, complacency. The affirmation spell is, I am exploring the callings of my soul and new beginnings. The portal card is a positive omen that a loving and powerful spirit or ancestor is guiding you, or trying to. They've assisted you most times before as signs, synchronicities, dreams, gut intuitions. They have even come briefly into your life through other people. They seek to help you into a new phase. Familiar whispers in the night have led you into the forest. You've received many gifts lately to aid you, have led you into the forest. Hi, Dryads. You've received many gifts lately to aid you. You have a compass and a map, your heart and mind, to navigate with. A lantern, connection with spirit, to light your way. A journal, growth and vision to learn from. And your trusted friend, Mr. Spidey the Spider. Can you spot him? He will stay close and keep an eye out. He will warn you when you are being too risky or naive. You have a curious spirit, and you must never be ashamed of that. The callings we feel and the desires we hold all desire to be realized. These mysteries chose you, and they are seeking you. Will you seek them too? A tree gently asks you. You realize this tree is your ancestor. Suddenly, the roots of the tree untangle and create an opening, a deep portal swirling with magic and possibility. As the wise tree says, I know of a place where you might find what you don't know you are searching for. You are looking for something, and something is looking for you. Are you ready? She smiles. She already knows the answer. You already know the answer too. Stay grounded in who you are, which is why Sandalphon showed up. Remember, Sandalphon brings guidance and protection and helps to keep us grounded and centered. This card has an energy of soul, longing, and yearning. If you felt a calling for something else, listen to it. Perhaps you are holding back because you're too comfortable with what is familiar and known. Embrace the unknown. No risk, no magic. If you don't cross the threshold, you will never know. This comes with a manifestation enhancer. If that really spoke to you, this is for you. Connect with your guides or ancestors. Say a prayer of gratitude for the times they've appeared in your journey. Engage in spiritual solitude, solitude, prayer, meditation, etc. And light a candle for them. Offer a crystal to channel energy through, which is really, let me finish this, sorry, so excited. Offer a crystal to channel energy through. Keep it near, late at night or before dawn. The veil is thin and your chances are heightened. Ask for a sign, seek patterns, and listen with your soul. You are capable of connecting with these loving and metaphysical beings who protect and guide. Okay. So I wanted to say, like, if you've been watching my insight sessions, I don't normally, I mean, I have stones and crystals surrounding me because that's part of my relationship with energy, but I rarely bring it up and out. This is the first time where I'm like, hey, if you got some crystals, bring them in. So I love the synchronicity there. This is really beautiful. I feel like, to help get you ready, it's almost like, I just had the thought of, like, on this side of the portal, it's like, lean into the energy of the Dryad and Sandalphon to really help you clarify and know what's happening with your energy, with your energetic self, with and on all these ideas here were around helping you clarify what that even means, right? Who your most authentic self is. Because you're about to go through this beautiful portal, whatever it is that you've been asking for, right? And ancestors are like, yep, let's get it popping. And I think, like, when you come out on the other side of that portal, you're going to have a very different experience to power and an understanding of what that means. And so the sun is like, this is a story about get clear so that you can move from truth around power and not from illusion of power over, that you can be in love, in divine feminine, in divine masculine, in the heart and in spirit, when you come out that other side of the portal, and be ready to move from the difference, the change, the shift that you are seeking for your experience here on earth in these times. Yeah, it's like this, see the coloring here, and like this is like dripping gold, and there's one little firefly. Well, that looks like a gosh, what is it called? It's called a dragonfly, and it's kind of flying, and you got the sun energy coming out, and it's poking through over here. It's like, hi. Yep, we're all connected. Come through the tree so you can come out over here in your crown games with the right use and understanding of your power and how you want to move in the new reality that you are creating. Oh, y'all, that tea I made is so good. So good. Okay. Wonderful. If this was your message, I thank you for bringing your energy in, for helping me be the conduit for the sun to tell us this beautiful story, for Dryads, ancestors, Sandalphon to step in as well and help us understand these times and what is happening. I am super grateful to you. I am super grateful to our healed ancestors, our spirit guides in the light, our guardians, angels, archangels, and our higher selves for showing up and giving us this story. May it be all that you need it to be, and may it be for your highest good as well as the highest good for all. My energy is going to stay with me. Your energy is going to stay with you. Unfettered and infinite love and gratitude.